Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you?
Clear skies, but pretty chilly. That's the situation in Green Bay, Coach. Actually had a dusting of an autumn snow last night, but that's gone, and we are set for football at Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they. Up with the Carolina Panthers. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
First down, Panthers.
So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
25 yards there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. First carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Paul has it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 3rd down gain of 19. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Rodgers again now. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On second down, Smallwood. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Cornelder. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. Now a play fake here on first down. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Bridgewater to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Pushing through the contact. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep and got his man complete. A very solid gain of 27. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, so that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Mike, let's go.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And they get to Bridgewater. Bridgewater taken down in the end zone for a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
We play to win. Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing up.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 68 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10.
Cut. By 52, by 52.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Joker, 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 Joker. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship.
From the 17, Bridgewater. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, take 26. You don't want to.
On first down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Jim. Kill. Kick 30.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Rodgers now on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. Now it's Rodgers. On the crossing route, complete. It's Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Allen Bailey. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 2nd and 11 now, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded just inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A good pickup there at 22. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rodgers now to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Heavy on the edges, heavy.
Here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. That one goes for 24 yards.
Complete to Devontae Adams. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 27 yards there, a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Bridgewater now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 28-yard line.
Green 18. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, baby.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back near the goal line, Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The gain of 19 and picking up the first. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Blitz coming And down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Play action now. Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. And the Cardinals moving out in front late. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Big stop, D. Big stop.
Again, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Packers, they keep pace for a playoff spot.